Greetings, M squared, and we're going to evaluate some log expressions. Now these are some basic ones, and for these we really are going to use that rule of changing from logarithmic form to exponential form. If you don't have this memorized, it's a really good idea to do it. Remember kind of that arrow of A to the C equals B. And we're going to do that because in these expressions we can get that base to some power to equal that. So they're simple that way. So we're going to use our little rule. We're going to say 2 to what power equals 128. Well, let's see. 2, you can just go up. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2, like that. Or you can just, on your calculator, just say 2 times 2 until you get to 128. Or you can guess and check. I think it's 6, so I'm going to say 2 to the 6th power. What's that? It's 64. I need another one, so that's another times 2. So I'd said 2 to the 6th, but it was really 2 to the 7th. So once I know it's 2 to the 7th, if 2 to the 7th equals 128, then I know that that expression equals 7. Okay, so in this one, it's 5 to what power equals 1/5. So 5 to what power equals 1/5? Well, I know that 5 to the first power is 5. I see a 5 there, but it's in the denominator. So keep in mind that anytime this number goes to the denominator, it's going to be a negative. So since I know it's 1, and I know it's in the denominator, then I know it's -1. And I can check it. I can say 5 to the -1, and that is 0.2, which is 1/5. So we're good there. So again, I have another fraction here. Well, they aren't telling me what it is, so I'm like, well, what is that? So it's 1/3 to the x equals 81. Remember, this has to be negative because it's going to flip that around. 3, so you're really saying, it's going to be negative. So 3 to what power is 81? Well, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. Or you can kind of guess check in your calculator, but I know it's to the 4th power. So I know it has to be to the -4th power. Because if I fix this, if I get rid of the negative, it's 3 to the 4th. And 3 to the 4th is 81. So when I flip that, I get that. So I know that my answer has to be -4. So that fraction makes that negative. Okay, over here, it's 49 to what power equals 7? Well, now you see it's going down. It's not in the denominator. 49 to what power equals 7? Well, hopefully you remember that a square root is also a power, because the square root of 49 is 7. So remember that if you have a 1/2, that means the same thing as a square root. So we know that this is 1/2. And this is M squared, signing out.